Alright, so today, get back on the truck, but only very briefly, because by the end of this video, we should have a Corvette. So, I should maybe let you know about how we're going to end up with a Corvette. It's not going to be mine, it's going to be a buddy of mine's. His name is Seth. You might see him. He has a 74 Corvette, flat back window, but, fiberglass bumper, front and rear kind of car. And it has a 383 stroker in it that has been giving him problems ever since he bought it years ago, because whoever put that car together, or at least has been using it before he bought it, really did not know how to get that car set up right. And because of that, we've been constantly fighting battles with it, putting band-aid repairs on things, because it's never been in the right place at the right time for a proper repair. So now, this coming weekend, I'm gonna go get a U-Haul trailer, and we're gonna go pick that thing up, and we're gonna bring it here so that we can... Why do the people always drive by real slow? It's creepy. But we're gonna go get a U-Haul trailer, we're gonna grab that car, and we're gonna bring it here back to the home shop, where I get to have free reign over getting it fixed. And really, it should be pretty simple. Set the timing, put a pointer on the balancer because it doesn't have one. Fix the radiator, get it mounted right. It should be a lot of little stuff, because that car ran and drive pretty good. It drove itself home 90 miles, not very well, but it did it when we first bought it. But ever since we bought it, it seems like every day we go to take it out, everything that we just fixed, something else will break. So over the course of the last 2.5 years, I think he's owned it. It's maybe seen street time for 5 days, 6 days. So the poor car has really just been not neglected, but parked for quite a while. So hopefully bringing it here, we can get that sorted out, and within a week or two, I can have it headed on back home under its own power. Pretty damn reliable, no problems. Also this coming week, we're going to be working on his LS motor a little bit more. It was originally intended for that car, but the fate of that motor is a little more up in the air. It might end up in something else. But regardless, we should be working on that this weekend too. But I'm rambling a little bit, so let's get on with the project that's actually at hand right now. Here you can see I have my big Hitch receiver assembly. This is a 2.5-inch square, and you really probably haven't gotten too many close-ups on this, but basically we got a 2x4 by 1/4-inch piece of rectangle tube, front and rear. Well, I guess that one would be the front and this one would be the rear, holding the hitch, and then welded to a 3/8 by 4-inch by 18-inch piece of flat bar. And that flat bar that's the main support to the frame. So it bolts through the side of the frame and through the flat bar with a 1/2-inch bolt. I've only got 1 bolt per either side. To be comfortable towing a trailer, I want to get 2 bolts per side, so I got to drill a couple more holes. These shackles, that's a 1-inch wide piece of steel right there that the shackle mounts go through. These are going to end up getting cut off in the future, but that's not today's problem. For right now, they're actually going to work as my tow chain safeties. But yeah, this hitch, it's stout, and there's nothing wrong with it. The only problem I have is it's not actually attached to the frame good enough to be used for towing a trailer. So I got to get at least 2 more bolts holding it in, maybe 4 more bolts, depending. And then I can trust it to tow a trailer. And then after we're done getting those holes drilled and bolts in, I got to double check my electrical, make sure everything's working. And I probably should go through and try to get it to where this isn't dangling under here, but maybe zip tie it back up or something so it just doesn't look so crappy. I hit that into a tree stump a few months ago, and I just never actually fixed it. I've got plans to relocate it up behind this plate, up behind the square tube here, so that it's not even visible while going down the road. I just haven't gotten to that kind of stuff yet, so first things first, we gotta drill some holes, so let's get to it. Welcome to the Skinny Pedal YouTube channel. Now let's get to it. Okay, I don't have right turn. I had left turn, but I don't have right turn. It's actually working fine. My test light on it is what's not working, but the actual plug is working. Now it's just a matter of picking a height, pinning it in, and it's ready to go. They say that the ball needs to be no more than 25 inches from the ground, so I'm going to grab a tape measure and set it right at 25. Actually, right there's 23, so I'm going to let it be, and we're going to ship it like that. So. Gotta love it. I also heard an air leak that I'm going to try to hunt down, but that's not a part of this video. So. I'll catch you guys later when we're ready to load up a Corvette, or unless something changes. So as you can see over there, the old girl put in some work this morning, got a U-Haul trailer headed over here. And we're here to pick up this here Corvette hiding under this cover. So there she is in all her beauty. She's been sitting here for a while. Gotta get some air in that tire. Supposedly it doesn't, it's got a big old bubble in it, but we'll have to see. Hopefully it ain't popped off the bead. But I brought an air tank for that. We'll do a better walk around when it's on the trailer. Alright. Oh, I forgot the valve stems are mounted inside like that. Alright, let's hope this holds air long enough for us to get it on the trailer. And it's not gonna, because the bead's popped. Okay, so we've discovered that we're not going to be able to fill this tire because deep in there it ripped the rubber off the bead. So we're going to have to figure out how to move it with a flat tire. I don't have a plan for. So we're just gonna keep doing that for the next, I don't know, hour and a half. See if we can get it on the trailer. Alright, so she's on the trailer, flat tire and all. Now we're ready to head home. Battery's about dead, so I'll give you a walk around when we get home then. So this here is Seth's Corvette. I know we've talked about it. This here's the man, Seth. He is also the guy who owns that LS motor that lives in the corner, which we've got parts for, so we'll be working on that soon too. This Corvette here, somebody tried to turn it into a race car back in 1995. So it's got a lot of stuff that's a little hacked together. And one of those things that are hacked together is this beautiful 383 that's under the hood that has no timing pointer, no idea what the ignition's set for. The alternator's not held on with the right brackets. There's absolutely no adjustability in that. As you can see, that is a lower bracket getting used as an upper bracket. The radiator's held in with zip ties. That's our fault. And the list goes on. But biggest things wrong with this car is that, one, that tire doesn't hold air. That's a new one. The transmission doesn't hold fluid in it, which that should be an easy enough fix. The electrical is botched to the point where we had to put this car on a push to start. Oh, it smells like old car in here. Because the ignition stopped working. It got a little musty in there, so that's why it smells like old car. And then it has a slight overheating problem. It's not the end, not the worst overheating. It only got to about 212 and it sat there. My bad. But it always ran a little on the warm side, so hopefully we can get that sorted out. So that's, well, looking at aesthetically, we can talk about that real quick. The paint job on this thing is garbage. It's like a Mako paint job. They got a big giant run in here. There's bubbles showing through in some areas. It's a really bad paint job, but it's all one color, and you know, I can't even say that. And the interior is kind of botched. It's a lot of stuff just glued together to make it work. It's not the worst interior I've ever seen, but I mean, it definitely needs some love. Well, that's not our problem for this go around. We're just worried about getting it to where she can run and drive reliably enough that it actually goes places instead of just sitting in the driveway. So we'll probably get cracking on this motor a little bit right now. What the fuel injection versus
yeah, that can wait.
That's why they suck for you. You stick it all the way down to the deepest part of it. It doesn't have a tooth.
We're just gonna get past that bolt. There you go. There you go. I'll take it.
This nut wouldn't fit where he wanted it, so he ground it round and put it on with a pair of pliers.
What the fuck? That's the stop shifter I was looking.
He half rounded it.
Why?
I just don't think it fit where he wanted it, and that was more than enough good reason for him.
Isn't that just get a smaller nut?
No, it's don't use this stupid ass. Come on, look up.
Are you asking me about the fuel injector because you don't think you'll ever use it and it'll actually get it used?
Yeah. Just to seize horsepower right there. You put that in that right there is going to make a difference. Not choking it out so much. That's a fun concept.
So I hadn't actually shot an outro for this video, so basically all we ended up doing is just getting some stuff torn down. I took out a little bit of wiring, getting it cleaned up, but I ran out of time while I was working on it. I had to get cleaned up and get ready to go do some family stuff. So ended pretty abruptly. Didn't really get anything done, so you're not missing much. But thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all later. And, subscribe if you want to see some more. And yeah, catch you later.